Hey everyone, I'm Matt with Ozark Overland Adventures, and I may have just found the perfect camping setup for fridge and power station combo. Bluetti calls this their SwapSolar ecosystem, and what that consists of is what they call their Multicooler, which is their fridge and ice maker, and their Bluetti AC180T power station. Now, what differentiates this power station from any of the others in Bluetti's lineup is it has hot swappable removable batteries. And one of those batteries is currently powering the Multicooler. The Multicooler is currently hooked up to a 200-watt solar panel. So the battery in the fridge is charging, and I think you could realistically go out and camp for days and never have to worry about power for your fridge. I mean, as long as it doesn't stay cloudy like it is today for multiple days. But this is super handy, and the crazy thing is the ice maker is a legit ice maker. It actually uses running water to keep ice going. Unlike some other fridges on the market that can make ice, but you just pour water in there and then it freezes it. This actually makes ice, dumps ice, makes more ice, dumps the ice, and they can just keep going. Having ice at camp is a luxury and pretty darn nice. The fridge is a 40-liter fridge. They add on another basically 10 liters for the ice maker portion, but realistically it's a 40-liter fridge. So got plenty of room in there for a nice weekend worth of camping with family. The AC180T is currently charging my iPad, charging my phone, charging drone batteries off the AC outlet, and currently boiling some water for me for some hot chocolate or a dehydrated meal, whatever I may decide to eat, while I'm at camp. And currently pulling 956 watts doing all this, and it can handle that amount of power just fine. So let's get this and take it back to the garage and break all this down. All right, so we're in the garage. Let's break these down and how they each function, how they work together, because I really think this is the coolest thing going in power station ecosystems. There are some other companies that have their own ecosystems, but none do what this will do. And with the swappable batteries, I think is just brilliant. And I can't wait to see what else Bluetti comes up with in this ecosystem. I am still enjoying my drink with the ice. Actually really handy. So right now I've got the fridge running off AC. There is no battery in here. And one thing to note. So if you don't have a battery in there, if you're maybe using this just in the house or at some place on AC power, or you just plan on running it off a 12 volt in your vehicle or whatever, you get this little drawer right here, which can just be storage. So like right now I've got the solar charging cable and the DC cable, the owner's manual that comes with it. It's just a little storage tray, which I think is awesome. So it can serve double duty if you're not using a battery in it. But let me show you this. So in here are two 714 watt-hour batteries. They call them the B70 batteries. So remove one. Actually, I'm gonna come around. You remove a battery, and then you slide it in there, and boom, now I can unplug the AC cord, and this is fully running off the battery. Bluetti says up to 6 days of runtime. off of one of these batteries, which I think is incredible. Real world testing that I have seen is 3 to 4 days. And of course, it's all going to depend on ambient temperatures. How often are you opening and closing this? Making ice does use a lot of power. So, your mileage is going to vary based on, all those factors. But, I mean, they claim you can get up to 6 days worth of battery life out of this. I've seen well over 3 and into 4 days using this with the battery. Now, let's go through the specs real quick of the AC180T. I did put the second battery back in here, so it is running off of two 716 watt hour batteries, total of 1433.6 watt hours out of this when you have both batteries in here. So the 180T has a little bit more power than the standard AC180. 1800 watt pure sine inverter. You can use the boost feature to boost that up to 2700 watts. That throttles down the voltage to boost the amps for things like, electric skillets, kettles, some coffee makers type of things. Nothing, you don't want to use anything, like electronics and boost that, because it does modulate the voltage. So it can mess up sensitive electronics. So, be careful what you use it with. The AC180T will recharge up to 1440 watts of AC input, meaning you can recharge this from 0 to 100% in just over an hour. They say up to 80%, like really fast charging, in 45 minutes. And then, the BMS system pulls it down a little bit to get it to 100%. It's just how they take care of the batteries. But in just a little over an hour, you can have this thing fully recharged from 0, which is crazy fast. It will accept up to 500 watts of solar, which is very respectable. And of course, the 12 volt output, it's going to give you 90 to 100 watts. Not super useful in recharging this, but it can at least, keep it topped off. And if you're just driving throughout the day with AC180T, it can recharge it, after a while. The two B70 batteries are LiFePO 4 lithium batteries. So rated at 3,000 cycles, or they say up to 10 years. Each one of these does have a 5-year warranty, which is class leading. I'm not aware of any other fridges that have more than 5-year warranties, and not aware of any power stations that have more than 5-year warranties. So that is top of the line as far as warranty goes in Bluetti backing these products. Now, looking at the front of the AC180, you got 4 AC outlets here. You've got a single 12 volt DC output here, and then you have 4 USB ports, 2 standard USB-A, and then 2 100 watt USB-C power delivery ports, which, so if you've got to charge like a high-end laptop or, anything like that, this thing can definitely do the job. Now, as always, I say this with every power station. Wish they included more USB ports, because just about everything we use at camp either runs off of or charges with USB, especially USB-C. So wish Bluetti and all power stations company would start giving us, 6 USB ports. It shouldn't be that hard, but you get 4. 4 is okay. Wish we had more. Now, like with most new Bluetti products, both of these are fully controlled and monitored by the Bluetti app. You can see I have the AC180T up here. I have the fridge right here, and I can go into each one of these and check the settings. I can turn on and off. Here's the AC outlet. Boom. AC port came on. I can turn on the DC ports. I can go into the battery information here. I can check state of charge. I can look into the details of each individual battery pack. So, if there's ever, an error or something, you can figure out which battery pack, may be causing the issue, what the status of it is. You can go into the advanced settings and do a firmware upgrade. When I first got this, there was a firmware update available. So did the firmware update. Let me check the BMS here on the batteries. Let's check for an update for pack 2 or for pack 1. There is an update available. Let's do it now. Let's upgrade that. got the update on battery 1. Now let's go ahead and update battery 2. Upgrade that one. And bingo. Now both of the batteries are up to date. All the firmware is up to date. And it was super simple. In the settings, you can actually view the user manual. You can change your charging mode. This is where you change it from standard to silent to turbo. In standard mode, you're going to get about 900 watts of input. If you need it to just be whisper quiet without the fans kicking out, the fans aren't loud anyway. But if you need it to be whisper quiet, like maybe you're charging this in the room where your baby's sleeping for reasons, you can bump it into silent mode, where it will charge at about 730-ish watts or so. Or if you need to do the super fast charging, you can bump it into turbo mode, where you're going to get that full 1440 watts of AC charging power. You can turn on the powerlifting mode, where it can mimic up to 2700 watts. You can change your eco modes, AC eco, DC eco modes separately. I like to leave the DC eco off, just because if I am using this to run a fridge, and the fridge, maybe the compressor's not cycling very often because of ambient temperature or whatever, it's overnight, that way it doesn't accidentally shut off. So you can turn those on and off. You can turn your auto sleep for this display on and off. Lots of things you can do there in the app, plus monitoring everything. Now, app control for the Multicooler. In the Multicooler app, you can obviously change the temperature of the compartment here. You can turn the ice making feature on and off. It does have a self-cleaning feature for the ice maker, so if you're done making ice, you can let it clean itself out, and then there's a drain plug down over here on the side. You can drain all the water out. In the advanced settings, you can change your temperatures from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Change the compressor to eco or max mode. So if you got it plugged in at home, you can leave it on max. But once you're out running it off 12 volt, either off your vehicle's 12 volt system or the battery, leave it in eco mode. You can turn on the child lock here, so a child can't come up here and accidentally be touching the screen and accidentally turn your fridge up to 55 degrees. One thing that I am frustrated with when it comes to having the battery in here and charging. Actually, let me put a battery in there so I can demonstrate, because I think this is a glaring issue. Not a deal breaker, but maybe they can fix this with a firmware update. Okay, so battery's in, AC is plugged in, so now the battery is charging. You can see that the battery is charging because if you tap on this little icon up here, it says charging. And you can watch the battery percentage, both here and on the screen, go up. Great. And that's true when you've got it plugged into solar as well. What it doesn't show you is any type of data for that. So especially when you're at camp and running this off solar, you don't know if you've got 60 watts coming in, if you've got 150 watts coming in. You don't know if you have 2 hours before the battery's fully charged, 30 minutes before it's fully charged. That's info that I think is very valuable, that neither the app nor the screen are able to tell you. Wish that were a feature that were available, especially from the solar standpoint, because it would be really handy to know, am I getting 60 watts of solar coming in? Am I getting 120? Am I getting close to 200? Because that's important, especially when it's like a cloudy day like today. Now, other features on the fridge, it does have the handy dandy handle for wheeling it across campground or to the beach or swimming pool or whatever. It does also have, let me unplug this so I can turn this around better. If you're putting this in your vehicle for a permanently mounted fridge, it does have very sturdy metal bars on each side, so you can run straps in there and strap this down in the back of your truck or SUV or car or whatever. So though it doesn't have the handles like you're accustomed to doing, it has the molded handles to the inside. I am very glad that they put the support here to be able to strap this down. The lid on the fridge is removable. Just turn that up to about 30 degrees and the lid easily comes off. It does have two baskets inside, a shallow one and a deep one. So that's super handy for being able to load the fridge inside your house, bring stuff out here. And the lid is removable. It is not reversible. So opening it on this side is your only option. There is no option to open it on this side. Another thing I wish it did was have a reversible lid so you could open it either way, depending on how this fits best in your vehicle. The ice maker feature is super handy. They do include a little scoop for you, also a removable tray, so if you need to take the ice out of here. And as long as you keep water in there, and when you turn the ice maker on, it's going to keep making ice for you. So you can have, if you're the type that likes a cocktail at camp, or it just really likes having ice in their drinks, this is the best portable 12-volt fridge ice maker that I have ever seen. The other ones that I have tested, they work, but they're kind of gimmicky, and you have to, run them off the battery, or have them running dual things, and it's kind of gimmicky. It works, but it's gimmicky. It's an ice maker. You just keep the water level up, and you're going to keep getting ice. And you can change the size of the cubes from a large cube to a small cube, so depending on your preferences. So that's kind of cool. On the screen of the fridge, you get all the info that you need: ice maker, cleaning, changing your fridge temperature, how many ice pieces you're going to get, your eco setting, your battery percentage setting. All that sort of stuff you get there on the screen of the fridge. All right, now let's talk pricing and how you can order the SwapSolar setup. They currently have the crowdfunding program going on Indiegogo, and I think they've got this for an incredible deal. At $1,719, you can get the SwapSolar fridge, the AC180T with the two batteries, and you get a third B70 battery, which honestly I wish I had. That way you can keep two batteries in the AC180T, you can keep the one battery in here, and as needed you can just hot swap them out. This has a faster solar charging input than the fridge does. So theoretically, if you're at camp, you can charge the batteries faster having them in the 180T than if you had the solar plugged up to the fridge. So you could just keep this going, endlessly, as long as there's some sunshine, or it's not just pouring down rain for a week. You got kind of a self-sustaining fridge ecosystem here that's incredible for just over $1,700. They have other combos too. You can buy just the fridge. You can buy just this power station. You can buy other combos with the solar panel included. So lots of different package options there. And compared to other fridges of similar sizes, compared to other power stations, this is a great price point to be in. The AC180T by itself is $999. When you break that out as a cost per watt hour, you're at under 70 cents a watt hour, which is phenomenal. I think anything around 85 cents, definitely lower than 85 cents, is really good. Coming in at under 70 cents a watt hour is a steal. I mean, this is a heck of a buy on a power station this modular, this good, paired with a fridge like this, I just think it's an incredible ecosystem. And I will, all the links and everything obviously will be in the description to the Indiegogo campaign. So be sure and check those out. Well, like I said at the beginning, I think this really is the ultimate camping setup. If you're going to be stationed in one location for several days, doing a base camp type of thing, having something like this where your fridge is basically self-sustaining is huge. And I think it is absolutely incredible, and no one else is doing it like Bluetti is. So props to Bluetti. I just think it's brilliant. So I'm curious what you think. Let me know in the comments, please. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not, please. Give me that YouTube love. Check out the Patreon link in the description. If you like the content we're putting out and would want to consider supporting the channel, get access to special content, special events, all of our GPS data. Patreon link is in the description, and for all of our merchandise, shirts, hats, patches, stickers, all those sort of things, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.